we welcome you back to Gillette Stadium here in fun. You haven't missed. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New England's offense set to go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, Knight. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Operating from the gun, Knight. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
And I believe that gain on third and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on it. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. On third down, Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense, because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down. Knight. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Second down and 3. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll push forward to the 37. Gain of 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up third and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on third and 2. The Colts at 2-7 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
This is Lazard with a catch out left.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They set the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Taken in at the 3.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Knight. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And some room to work.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first down. Knight. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. DeForest Buckner. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. The Colts send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Patriots take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Colts to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that lost week at the hands of Seattle.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. But to throw again is Lawrence. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Alan Lazard from 6 yards away. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Give to Algier from the shotgun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Knight firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long, and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Indy set to go on offense once more. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Hands it off out of the gun. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Knight. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of 1st halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Second and 9 now. He completes it to Boyd. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun, Knight. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. To throw on 2nd down. Knight. Touchdown, Patriots. From 6 yards away. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well, in that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Knight complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Jalen Darden, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Tua Tagovailoa, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. That will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Kayvon Thibodeau. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And it's fielded at the 34. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That was a round run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Off play action. Knight. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Knight. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Buried behind the lines, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for New England. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And now out come the Patriots. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Knight. Looking middle, and that's complete.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Colts send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
New England's offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Knight completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Knight, he finds Bateman over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Knight. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Knight. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one, because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Lawrence.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
To throw on second down.
Knight looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Looking to throw on second down. Knight. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On third down, Knight. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. Fourth down. The kick by Lutz is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Still 9 remaining on second down. Here's Lawrence. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Knight. And that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
To throw on third down. Knight. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll take this to the 46.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Knight. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Knight. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Wherever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Algier going straight ahead. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop. To throw on 2nd down. Knight. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Algier now up the middle. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Back to throw. Knight. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On 2nd, here's Algier. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for New England, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.